Did I just see a cat?
In my background,
I don't know if I seen a cat.
oh good. I'm gonna give a couple folks to get in the room. Dragon, dragon,
Ooh.
dragon, dragon, dragon. I love this song. Ah.
We need to have an old fashioned basement red light pump.
Do that in May when I come back to the East Coast.
So good evening, good evening, good evening, good folks out there in the Travel Misfits world. Coming to you again off another late night impromptu, one of those late night we got event sessions as it pertains to travel. As I always say, everything ties into travel some kind of way. So tonight you have myself, Miss Reese J, the Shenanicator, with my fake bedroom voice on. And my co-host, Mr. West Coast Wild Child Reggie Johnson. Tonight we have a very, very, very special guest. No, she's not in the travel business, you guys, but very special guest with a powerful, powerful message, a powerful experience and testimony to share with us tonight. Miss Kia on the line. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So glad to have you here. So we're speaking about, I'm calling this Nikia's Corner, life after trauma, trials, and tribulations, and the importance of incorporating travel, even just to do the baby steps to go through the healing process after coming through trials, trauma, and tribulations. So a lot of times, I know my team always get on me like, look, we see everybody don't have a passport. Everybody don't go international, right? Because I'm always highlighting about international. However,
I'm so
well, we had a recent experience, and I wanted to speak about that, about some of the staycations and some of the traveling that you can do, things I look forward to, even whether it's local or whether it's in another state or whether it's in another country. We like to call them in DC hole in the walls or whatever, and it's not to downplay any venues, but these are what we call nice little social events. It could be like a bar, nightclub, where they have different types of entertainment, like maybe a live DJ. Some people have live bands. We have things like karaoke, and it's a small, intimate space. Even when I did go to Jamaica, not to keep spending on international stuff, but I was looking for the hole in the walls, and I had that experience as well because it kind of helps you touch base locally with the culture itself instead of just fully getting the full blown resort experience and things like that. But I thought about the things that I get out of going to the hole in the walls when I'm traveling. And I kind of overlooked and underestimated the power behind that for some people that deal with, some type of health situations like anxiety, because it is real, it is serious. People really don't highlight it like they should. But like anxiety and trauma and things like that. So we wanted to touch bases on Miss Kia tonight to share her experience. Mr. Reggie, did you want to jump in, Mr. West Coast Wild Child, to speak on that?
No, I mean it's I think, being able to get out and connect, in an intimate way, does help with the mental, when dealing with some things or trying to get over some things or just trying to just clear your head and reset yourself. You know what I mean? Like I'm real big on the reset button. Now not necessarily before, but now, pushing the reset button is, to me, is actually necessary. You go through so much for so long and it becomes routine. and you don't know that you've fallen into that routine because it becomes normal to you. But once you push that reset button, then you start to see things differently, and you start to be aware of what's actually going on. So I think this topic is a healthy one, actually, and I
Mhm.
can't wait to really dive into it.
All right now. So with that being said, we're gonna tap into Miss Kia. Tell the misfit world out there a little bit about you, a little bit about your background. Is this as comfortable as you please? We don't want to press you to do or say anything out of your comfort zone, but touch bases a little bit about yourself, a little bit about your background, and a little bit about your recent experience of taking
Excuse me.
that baby step and how that felt for you.
First, I want to start off by saying mental health is real. It's not only not highlighted, but it's swept under the rug. It's like almost an embarrassment to some people who have not become in touch with themselves and whatever their issues may be. So I want to say that first. Myself, I am an ex-traveler. Due to my mental illness, I do not travel anymore. However, I look forward to it. My goal with trying to combat my mental illness is to be able to travel again. I am a published poet. Um, I am driven with my recent experience with COVID, the first time I had it, um, to finally write my book. COVID has played a very, very, very big part of my mental illness at this point. So, what we see on the news are all the deaths pertaining to COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say in the last 6 to 8 months, they've been highlighting long-term COVID. However, when I contracted it, it was basically still real new. So that's one of the reasons why I would like to write my book on surviving COVID, or what we titled my corner to be tonight, because we don't hear like details of the ones who survived, how it has affected their lives, how it has affected their mental. For me personally, my fight with long term COVID, being close to death, and how it has heightened my mental illness, which I have worry and anxiety. Sometimes, being honest, completely transparent, I'd rather die because how it has changed and affected my life drastically. So finding that establishment that we went to may be small for other people, but it was like huge for me. I was super excited. And the first time that I had went, I couldn't do it. It was so crowded, so many people. I left. But I was determined to go back. And at this point, because I did go back last Saturday and successfully stayed, enjoyed myself, met a dude, all that, all that.
Okay.
I look forward to going every Saturday. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the purpose for sharing any of this is to let people know with these different mental illnesses, you're not alone. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, for me, I'm like a very strong person in my family. A lot of people look up to me. I have 50 nieces and nephews. And not only are they used to me being a real prominent part of their life, I'm used to it too. So it hurts to see things, life still going on, and I feel like I'm at a standstill. And when
Mm-hmm.
you get to that point, sometimes you experience things like loneliness. And for the first time ever in my life, I experienced loneliness when I first caught COVID, because multiple people end up having it in the home. And one of my grandsons that lives in the home, we hug, we talk every day, um, play games, watch movies, and it's a house full of people pretty much. But we're like taking turns who's going to go in the kitchen and cook. So we like have a schedule because we're not trying to make either one of us sicker or expose anyone else in the house. And for the first time ever, I felt alone. House full of people. But because it's not my turn to be amongst people or to be out, I have to come and isolate myself in the bathroom while someone else's turn when it was time, for bathing and stuff like that. We have to let each other know we're doing that so another one don't come out. And I really experienced it for the first time and I was like, I was devastated. How could you be alone? You're in a house full of people, your family, your loved ones, but trying to isolate and trying to make sure we get it out the house. I experienced it. And it's just for real been downhill after that, just until here recently. So I look forward to getting better. I don't believe in medication. The
Right.
medicines that they administer or prescribe to people for these different mental illnesses affects you horribly in so many different ways. So my route is holistic, meaning prayer, and natural remedies. I don't want to go too much in details unless, some people may chime in and ask questions, and I'll go more into what I suffered with behind, contracting COVID or
Mhm.
whatever, and how it had played a part of my mental illness. But I think that's enough said to raise questions, even if it's from you guys.
Okay. So I have one, and I want Reggie to ponder on some questions while I have this. So, um, no secret, this is my auntie. Y'all have seen us in selfies and things like that. Um, so I've literally witnessed and watched that shift in her life. I mean, we came up, our close family members are DJs, heavy DJs in the DC area, to where you can never miss us at a cabaret. We stayed at cabarets, big crowds, always selling out, big venues and things like that. And I know that anytime someone has something going on, you can guarantee that Auntie Pooh was going to be there, right? And I've seen that shift to go from I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. Whether it's the last minute or whether you had a week in advance notice, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. And that went to a whole preparation process of having to know what the venue setup was looking like, what the crowd amount was going to be. Like, is
Exactly.
that going to be something suitable to where it's not going to trigger you? Going through those extra safety precautions and whatnot. So I think like my question would be with this recent experience, because I saw like when we went to this venue for my birthday and it was live, it was lit, it was packed, even though it was a hole in the wall, it was a very hype night. And like I saw when you got to the door, you was like, nope, can't do it. And I
No,
noticed
no,
I,
no.
you know,
No, I made it. I made it past that first booth.
yeah, you did make it past the first move, but you knew
Yeah.
you was like, nope, can't do it. Um, and then like it was something in you that said, I want to try it again. And you gave it a try again. But I guess I want to know like what was going through your mind, what was going through your heart, what set that comfort level or that level of confidence to make you say, I want to try this again. I am going to try this again. And then the two-part question would be, once you did try it again, what made you feel like, okay, this is the first step. I can do this. I can stay, because you stayed through the whole night, had a good time. You
Not
know,
good.
so like what got you there? What was going through your mind?
So the first part of the question, complete humiliation, absolute humiliation. I was strong and like, no, I'm okay, niece. Take the key. I'm gonna call a ride. Woo, 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 woo. I went out on the front of that establishment, cried my eyes out, literally. I'm talking about snotting, boo-hooing. And of course, I had to get it together quickly. Why? Because, in all honesty, all of those men, chivalry, we wonder, well, I wonder in the back of my mind, did it still exist? It absolutely does, you know? So, motivation was one. I had to show you, like, so you looked up to me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of your cousins do. A lot of my nieces and nephews do and has done. So in my mind, and this is part of the illness, feeling like a failure. You see drastically how my life has changed due to the mental illness. And oh, because I didn't share this, what started my mental illness, my brother, a favorite brother, was murdered in 1998. And the right side of my brain shut down completely. After that, getting better from that, I developed the anxiety, developed asthma. So it's like I don't ever really truly want to give up, but there are some hard times that make me feel like giving up is easier. But seeing the joy when we walked in for your birthday celebration and me not being able to go through with it, I felt like I disappointed you. I don't feel like I've ever done that in your life. So therefore, my mind, my motivation is like the men, but I got to show my niece I can still do this. And God, not just the fact that, oh, it's a club type of setting, DJ, band. Yeah, that's part of it. But just the fact that it lets me know that the fight is still in me. So, with that being said, I'm going to pick and choose my battles. I want peace. I want joy. Don't really believe in happiness anymore since Uncle Tony was killed, but I believe in the peace and the joy. So anything that feeds that, I'm down with.
That right there, those some of the things you said prompts me to ask this question.
Okay.
Um, I lost my mom, and well,
My condolences.
to back it up a little bit, my personality was kind of like yours, right? Like I felt like I interjected life into every family gathering, mood, moment, everything. Highly involved in my nieces and nephews' life, friends, their kids, you know, everything. Being a high school football coach in DC, you know, being involved with so many, young men around the city and bringing them through things and helping them realize that they can make it further than DC and that they can do things other than, selling drugs or whatever the case might be. Because not everybody problem is selling drugs in the city. You know what I mean? Some people just
Right.
don't have enough and don't have enough encouragement to believe that they can go further. So being able to be involved in that and to help young men grow past the city and realize, real dreams, those things was me. I was, West Coast wild child. Only reason it says that now is because I'm on the West Coast.
Right.
But
She's
I'm
still
just
a wild
wild,
child.
period.
You just wild. It was just a little catch.
You know what I mean? I'm just wild, period. But the crazy thing is I'm just getting back to that. After my mom passed, like you said, it's like the right side of your brain shut down. I lost belief and feeling in everything.
Mm.
So it took me away from everything and everybody. When I did show up, it wasn't me. It was the representative that I sent forth to be present at that time
Right.
because mentally I wasn't there.
Okay.
So my question to you is, because I know, and I'll touch on it, after you answer, getting back to somewhat, or even just a small portion of that person, how big is that truly to you?
So to answer your question, it's not even about getting back to who I was per se. It is about one learning to live after death. And because it's a new way of life. And what I mean is when we lose these prominent family members, friends, it's like a certain part of us literally died. And we have to learn to live without that intricate part of our life anymore. So that's why I personally call it learning to live after death. So it's not about being who I was, it's about being who I am after the trauma, after my trials and tribulations. And what I see that to be is to be better, to be
Okay.
different, to be who I am now after surviving everything.
See, and I completely understand that. And I guess for me the terminology will be a little different, but it's actually the same words. You
Okay.
know, like you took the baby steps. For me, when my mom passed, my health actually got 10 times worse than it was. My heart issues kicked up something crazy. You know, I'm
Mhm.
actually legally blind and I only have vision in one eye. And that's sketchy at times. All of these things kicked up, to a different level once my mom passed, but I understood. Well, I understand now it was the stress and the pain and the hurt and all of those things that helped all of those things that was inside of me grow and accelerate their processes or whatever the situation was. But taking that first step, because I couldn't travel for years, could not travel for years. And that was one of the things that I did better than anybody else I knew.
Exactly. I can relate to that because whereas though when I was traveling, like none of my peers or siblings was traveling. So all my trips was with a significant other. Then it's damn near 20 years later. Everybody's having girl trips and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, wow. So
So
yeah, I
it,
get it.
it broke me down because I couldn't do the things that used to help me press that reset button anymore. And finally, it took for me to just put my foot down. I kind of ignored my doctors, said, the hell with what y'all talking about. I'm going to do it. There was an industry trip, being as though I was a travel agent at the time, that was in Las Vegas. And I said, hell with it. I'm going. And I got on the plane and I went. Now, was I in the best health while I was there? No, I wasn't. But
But you did it.
I did it. And being there, I had a couple nights where I was by myself, you
Mm.
know, kicking it around, Vegas and doing things on my own, you know what I mean? And I had time to talk to myself. And I think people sometimes think that being by yourself is a bad thing. But
Definitely.
It's
for
not.
me, it was what I needed. I didn't need to hear any other voices. I didn't need to hear anything else going on because I needed to talk to me and I needed me to hear me. So I had also had, you know, another trip planned within it. If, mentally I was ready to do it. So I
Yeah.
left Vegas a day early and got on the plane and I flew to LA instead of coming back to DC. Spent 3 days in Vegas. I mean, spent about 3, 4 days in Vegas, spent 3 days in LA, and that trip changed my life forever. I've been, it's been up and down. Things have gotten, went way back down for a minute, but ultimately, that trip gave me the courage to say, you know what? I'm going to change everything about it, everything that's going on, because I've seen the bottom. I've scraped the bottom. I've scraped my face on the bottom. I can't go no lower than this. And I decided to change everything. And now I live out here. I left DC. Unfortunately, my kids are on the East Coast, friends, family, everything. But it changed. So I understand that step you made to go out that night and do it over again.
Yes.
And
And
now
I
you see
want
it
to,
as a stepping stone to continue to build on it. Because ultimately my step helped me build to the point where I felt secure enough to just go and change everything and rebuild myself again.
Yes.
and to your point, I can relate with that, and that's why I feel like travel ties in so heavy on another level. It's more than just a vacation. It's more than just a getaway turn up in another zip code. I felt like I felt that same exact way losing my dad. I felt like you're the oldest child. He knows you're the most responsible. He knows that you're going to get it done. Um, Everybody gonna jump off the camera when I talk.
No, I'm listening, niece. I need
um,
it. I'm here. I'm here,
that's
babe.
fine. But everyone looked at me like you're the oldest child.
I had to do some maintenance. My bad.
Oh, it's fine. But I felt what you I felt what you were saying because losing my dad and it just hitting us out of nowhere. It was like he knew I was the responsible child. He knew that um, I'm gonna get it done. I'm gonna get things done right. Um, a lot of folks see me as not being a confrontational one. So sometimes people can tend to just feel okay with throwing anything at you, whatever way they feel. Some people who truly know you knows like, hey, I see what's going on, I got your back. And that's always a good thing during that process. But having to be in a position where you're literally trying to process the fact that your father is gone unexpectedly. You know what I mean? Even though I understand that that's a part of life, but it was unexpectedly
It's
because he
gonna
was
hit you.
only 59. It hit me. And I'm a daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying? Having that on top of the fact you have to go into business mode. You have to check you literally have to force yourself to check your emotions to go into business mode because you have to get the business aspects of everything done.
Right.
So because of that, that's forcing you to try to grieve on a whole nother level and you can't because you like I gotta focus on making sure this is done and this is done as perfect as possible. This is my dad. I also gotta deal with the fact that he is gone. I also gotta make sure my family is good and making sure that their wishes and things with his sending him off is accommodated to the best way possible. So you get all of that, and then it's good you have the family that says, I got your back, it's okay to cry, and I got you, and this and that. But it's so much
But
at
Mm.
one time to where I kind of felt guilty at first, but then I was like, no, you know what I'm saying? I literally already had a trip booked to Jamaica that following week of his service before he even passed, because it was supposed to have been for a family member's 50th birthday. So I said, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna celebrate, I'm gonna book it for you, but I'm gonna go with you too. So I was going to cancel it, but when we realized what the date of everything was and everything, and we was making sure it was good, I was like, just
but
go.
that's what I told you. I told you to
You know
go.
what I'm saying? And I went by myself, and I was okay. I was okay. It was something about being alone at that time that felt so good. And it was like, I don't want to like overdo it or make it seem like I'm being too much or being extra, but it was just something about the naturalness around me that was
Mm.
helping me start my process of grieving and healing at the same time. It was like one of the moments like, it's okay to cry. This is the time when you accept that he's gone. But it was also showing me that you can't give up. It's a lot that's surrounding you
You
that's
was
showing you you
you
got to
was
keep
pulled
pushing for
into
him.
survival mode.
Yes. Yes.
Like Reggie stated, reset. I'm gonna call that stage survival mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, but that's what I told you. Like I saw it, you know what I mean? And I told you everything that we had planned on doing, everything that we had talked about, that can wait. Go
Mm-hmm.
on the trip. When you get back, we'll talk. If you need to talk to me before then, you knew I wasn't gonna press you. I wasn't gonna call you every day because I understand there's a lot going on, and everybody want to talk to you. And then the other situations that was going on within it that we talked about, and all
Mm-hmm.
of those other things that was happening. You know what I mean? I just wanted to make sure that I was there. If you needed me, like I said, I would be.
And you did. And you was.
And but I didn't want to put too much on you by keep calling you, asking you, because me having to go through it with my mom. It got to the point where if one more person had asked me that day, was I okay? I probably would have beat the hell out of them with their own arms. You hear what I'm saying?
She was definitely at that stage.
I was.
Definitely.
I
And
was.
You know,
and, and I
just
probably
to,
was one of the ones that called every day. She could have been right on the porch. I'm like, you okay? Where you at? You all right? So yeah, I'm guilty of that.
you
I
know,
apologize, Anise.
I'm gonna tell you
No,
when
after you
it
good.
it boiled over for me. Like when I hit that point where I had enough, and I knew I had had enough, was the repast. We was at my mom's house,
Whew.
and
I don't
I
even
went to
get
go
on that.
change clothes. I went to go change clothes. Now, mind you, everybody filing in, and food is downstairs, and all those other things. And the time that it took me to go upstairs and change clothes and come back downstairs, one of my mom's sisters walked up to me and said, "Nephew, you better come get this plate. I got you a couple pieces of fish." And anybody who knows me knows the last thing you gonna offer me is seafood. Do not,
I don't do seafood.
do not show up with anything from under the sea for me.
Mhm.
And she's like, "You better come get this plate. Everything almost gone." And I lost it. And I said, "Fuck you mean?" Pardon my language. That you think everything is gone. Now I'm standing in the middle of my mama's living room. House full of people, front porch, the yard, the side street, the corner, people leaning on their cars. I mean, when I tell you it's hundreds of people around, it's hundreds of people around. But that bomb had just went off and I lost it. And I told him, I said, "You know what? I'm about to get in my car. I'm about to go get me something to eat. But when I come back, it better not be near motherfucker here. I promise you it better not be nobody here." And I got in my car When I say I flipped, when I flipped the corner, I fishtailed, I pulled off so hard. And I drove to America's Best Wings over in Hackinson Mall, got me some chicken, and came back. And when I came back, wasn't a damn soul in my mama's house. It
Mm.
looked like a ghost town.
I think what did it for me was, first of all, I hate. Matter of fact, I'm not going to use that word because I really don't like using the word hate. I strongly dislike fakeness, right? And I know, trying to enter things with a pure heart and things like that. I feel like I'm a great judge of character. However, I always try to look for the good in people, right? So, to my aunt's point, her asking me, was I okay, never bothered me because I genuinely know her as a person. And I know
Right.
genuinely she's asking me from the heart, no, niece, are you okay? She knows me. Not only is she saying that from the heart for her love for me, but she knows me as a person. She knows I am quick to put my feelings to the side to accommodate other
Accommodate
people.
everyone else.
And I
I've
literally
seen it.
put my feelings to the side for the loss of my father to accommodate everyone. So genuinely, I know it was coming from the heart. Like, no, are you good? What I don't like is the cliches. I don't want you reaching out to me saying, I feel your pain. I'm here for you.
You forgot the
Are
main
you
one. Sorry for your
okay?
loss.
When
Sorry
you
for your loss.
sorry for your loss.
That's the main
Don't.
one.
I don't. Especially when you don't mean it. It's just like a routine. If it's a routine, don't say nothing to me.
A
Please don't.
script.
Like not even to put somebody out on blast, but somebody that's been in the around the family for years. You went above and beyond. I know what you're feeling. I felt that too. I went through the same thing. I got your back. I'm here for you. This was, around when we first found out. But you didn't show up for the visual. You didn't show up for the funeral. Matter of fact, I ain't seen or heard from you since that day that you said you had my back and you here for anything. You haven't even checked in on me. So you were just saying it for show. People like that, I want to punch in their throat. Like, I'd
Maybe,
rather you say nothing. Talk
maybe
to
you
my
should punch him in
grandmother.
their face.
Talk to my grandmother, his mother. Talk to my aunts, his siblings. Keep it moving. Just say, just go. Because it's not coming from a genuine place. You don't mean it. You just saying it because you think it sounds good. And I am a strong person when I say, don't tell me what you think I want to hear.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't. That is the worst thing because no, because what I want to hear is the real. And I can tell you whether it's real or not. So don't ask me.
Right.
Don't.
Yeah.
So,
Don't. So at
so
that point, it was like I was okay with being in Jamaica because I have no service, I have no surcharges, I ain't got time, I don't even care about the Wi-Fi code. Leave me alone. I'll go on the Wi-Fi when I'm promoting this for the business. But yeah, but go ahead, Auntie. Hmm.
because Travel Misfits is featuring Nikia's Corner,
Mm-mm.
can Nikia ask if I say who I think it is? Because if you all are featuring me, I
You have put
think
somebody on
I
blast.
think if I feel like
Auntie bringing the hot sauce.
if I'm just saying I'm asking for a friend. If I think I may know who it is because you all are featuring me tonight, can I say who I think it is?
You want to say it on the live? This don't go away.
Because you know in the kids' corner, and the kid don't give. two, three, four, five shits. But okay, I'm gonna respect you all's platform because I have grown to love it. So I'm gonna respect it. But I've been sipping on that yak. So
Oh my God.
it it started touching me a little bit as you were speaking because I was flashbacking. But
And a whole
okay,
show, a whole flash mob. I know it's a
I'm gonna
feeling. I'm here
respect
for you
your
too. I
platform.
got your back. I know it's a feeling. I'm here for you too. I got
I
your back.
am highly grateful that you all are giving me the opportunity to even speak on some of these things. Um, I didn't anticipate my eyes having to turn red, but guess what? Whoever's viewing, it's a part of life. What
Hey,
we
we
all
keep
are
it as real
sharing.
as possible over here. We
You know
we
what I'm
we
saying? And and death is inevitable. We all have to meet it. I will say, since the pandemic, I have become afraid at one point and ready at the next. Afraid at one point and ready at the next. It has been so plentiful and easing its way up to the door. It's here now. So
so now
just
I have a question. You said, it wasn't about becoming or finding the old version of you,
mhm.
but just growing, you
Yeah,
know,
being better. I said
for
being
better.
better.
Can you can you tell us if there's some daily exercises or new ways of operating that you have adopted to maintain this process?
The power of prayer, literally in its entirety. The power of prayer. The one consistent thing that I have done and who I feel like have not abandoned me, God, who have not made me my shameful thoughts or my embarrassing moments with the panic attacks, especially in public, His grace and His mercy, His constant coverings over me is what I have stayed faithful to, not just daily, a lot of times momentarily throughout the day. And I know there are different beliefs, different religions. I feel like it's one being celestial, universal, whatever the case may be scientifically, whatever your religion is, Allah, Buddha, Jesus, whomever. I personally believe in God. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Because there are days with my pain crisis due to the different trauma that I have been through that I literally, physically can't even get out of bed. My children literally has to do my body like scissors to get me out the bed. Who wants that? I've always been a very independent woman, prideful, all of that. I consider myself a nigga bitch. Can I say that on here?
You're not supposed to, but you did.
I apologize. But meaning, like, you know how men have a lot of pride. They don't want to ask for help. They can't be told nothing. And I always consider myself a nigga female. Okay, nigga female. A man woman. And whoever on here can take that how they want to take
A
it. But a man
dominant
woman.
woman. A dominant woman.
Very, very dominant. Alpha female. That's me. So with that being said, it's hard to like ask for help, accept help. But I feel like I've been broken down for a reason. And that reason is to be rebuilt in God's whole image of me without me getting in the way of it. So,
Okay.
yeah, I know that I will travel again. I will write again because, like I said at the beginning of this segment, I'm a published poet, but it's going to be in His just time, how He sees fit. And I'm down for it. And if I didn't believe it before, after last Saturday, it's official. But my first outings to make me think, oh, yeah, I'm getting better. I was invited to three or four of my grandsons, my youngest grandson, actually, um, basketball games. So since I caught COVID and fighting for my life to this day, my doctors advised me not to be around anyone. Don't go out the house. If I'm not going to doctor's appointments, don't go out the house. And I pretty much was living like that. So, like when you were saying, forget what the doctors saying, this, that, and the third. Me being told that reduce stress. I have children and grandchildren, so that's kind of impossible to do so. I was invited to my grandbaby basketball games, and I went. Only one in the facility with a mask on at the location that Reese and I just went to. Out of all of these people, I'm the only one with the mask on. And it was really warm, so I'm taking it off, lifting it back up, taking it off, putting it back on. And yeah, I prayed extra hard after that because I'm not supposed to be out amongst people. It doesn't matter if COVID was going on right now. My immune system is so compromised. My immune system doesn't have a defense system.
Okay.
So anything airborne or not, I'm prone to contracting it. But the power of prayer, to answer your question,
Yes. Yes.
God, my Father.
Understood.
So I have.
And I respect it. And you know, it wasn't.
Okay.
It, all I can say is me getting back out gave me the belief that everything that I had went through was momentary.
Yeah,
And you know, it allowed me, like you said, you met a gentleman and you know, things went well and you looking to do, you know, more, you know, it allowed me to find that one.
that part.
And I would have never found that one had I not defied doctors, stepped out on faith,
That part.
and did what I felt I needed to do to rebuild me.
Exactly.
And that's
And
what I want. Oh, go ahead, bro. My
in
bad.
doing that, it allowed the door to open to find that one. And when I say this is a match that I could have never ever dreamed of, because it's to the point where I see me in heels, long hair, makeup, and long nails. That's what when I see her, I see me. That's how meant that this is. Like there are things that you could have never, like you couldn't have wrote this and it been more meant to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like because you know, going through a lot that I was going through at the time, I didn't see it for me. You know, for the most part, you know how they say, you know, women be old women in a house full of cats looking out the window, you know, messing with the kids and shit. You know, That was gonna be me. I was gonna have a house full of cats and you know some chicken nuggets and some Snickers to roll around the house, looking at the window, fucking with the kids. Like that was gonna be me because I had pretty much followed the rules. Like don't go out. You can't do this. You can't travel. You can't be here. You can't be there. You know, when I say tons of medication, I'm talking tons of medication. Every medication that I took, if I had 10 medications, 9 of them caused me drowsiness. But yeah, I was required to stay up. So I'm fighting a losing battle because the medications are trying to knock me out, and I'm trying to fight against the medications to stay awake. But
Mm.
everything that I take and everything that's prescribed is designed to put me down.
Yeah.
So it became a fight to get off that. It became a fight to get back what I knew to be right and normal. But like you said, the power of prayer, understanding who God is, what He means to me, what
Yeah.
He's done.
And Reese, you heard him say throughout his journey and his survival state, he found him and heels long hair. That's that mirror reflection. That
Yes.
mirror reflection. That's what he found.
Yeah.
But you wanted to say something, so
Yeah,
I
because I'm on
apologize for
the
being
opposite.
long-winded.
Yeah, because I'm on the same path but opposite side of
Mm.
what you said. Right now, I'm not looking for love.
I wasn't.
No, I know you wasn't. I know you wasn't.
I wasn't.
I'm well, let me rephrase that. I'm not open
Oh, okay, okay,
completely
okay,
to
okay.
love within another as far as a monogamous partner right now, right? Um, I'm not gonna say I'm the other word. I'm not. You know what I mean? But still speaking on what you said. This is why I said my why changed with the business because I do talk to God about this a lot, and I'm a filler. I'm a viber, and I go so hard and I stick with it even through my worst moments because it's this business, this exposure, this experience speaks to my spirit, not just my heart, but my spirit and my soul. And I'm another one that's so against medicine. I mean, yeah, my migraines, I may pop an Excedrin here and there, but I'm so against medicine because not to knock any doctors, they're doing what they do what they get paid for, whatever the case may be. The first thing they're going to do is aim you to do some type of isolation. Oh, you got to sit still. You got to stay home. You got to stay away from people. You got to be by yourself. You got to take some time out. You got to do this with you by yourself, not around nothing, right? And you got to stay on this medicine across the clock that's going to make you feel like whatever, and it's probably going to boost you to make you not want to be around or feel or nothing. But me,
Mhm.
but me not being a perfect child of God, but being a loyal and a dedicated and a stronger believer as a child of God, that's stripping us from all of the natural healing. And I felt like the travel came in because it gave me the natural healing. It gave me the ability to step outside of my norm, my closure, my comfort zone, or whatever, and exposing myself to other people in other areas, other experiences, other atmospheres that contributed to my healing, which goes back to talking about the baby steps. Like, in my aunt's in my aunt's example, it's baby steps. You can still travel outside of your norm of your home. We're traveling within the same state, but it's something different. and that's the
Right.
baby steps to your healing. For me, because I kind of am an adrenaline junkie, and I kind of was like, I'm trying to jump hard because that's just me. I gotta jump hard. I gotta jump fast. I gotta get there, and sometimes I lack patience with it for myself, right? So it was like, team, I gotta jump on the next plane to another continent, another country, and exposing, and that worked for me, exposing myself to something totally different. And I love international because in most cases, most international locations, they're third world countries. They don't have 50% of the privileges that we have here, but they also don't have 50% of the stress that we have here.
That part.
The more money we come across, the more problems we
Let
see.
me see. That
They
all the
have
time.
they have less money, but they have less worries.
That part.
And exposing myself to that exposed me to healing, to understanding life is going to be hard, and it's not going to change being hard, but you can position yourself, your heart, your mind, your spirit, your soul to make yourself navigate through it easier.
See, and here's the funny thing about the word life. Whether you're a part of it, whether you're in it, the whether no matter whether if you're living it or not, it's gonna keep going
Hmm.
with or without you.
That part.
And you know, I think we all are under the same mindset that due to a setback, we're gonna grab life again
Hmm.
and make it what we want it to be instead of letting life control us. You understand what I'm saying?
Not
Because it's
putting the
real easy.
labels, not putting the stipulations, not putting the rules that man sets to it. Because to my point, like I said, I'm not looking for monogamous love in anyone right now. I just don't have the time for it. I don't have the patience because for all my life I was always jumping in relationships because of the glitz and the glam of it. And I always had that heart and that mind to where even when it's the ugly, the passion and the love behind it, and you know what I mean, like it's supposed to help you through that, and that hasn't been the case. So I'm okay with just dealing with you, me, and he. What we gonna do, baby? But no,
Oh,
I'm
that part.
okay. I'm okay with
You
that.
play too much.
To just do with the glitz and glam and check out when I need to. Like I went to Jamaica.
But check this out, y'all. I used to think it was a cliche to say life is what you make it. But with growth and time, it definitely is.
Hmm.
We cannot control the hand that we are dealt, but the way we play it is definitely on us.
That part. That part.
So, my youngest daughter, who is going on 30, because don't I look cute to be having 30-year-olds? I do.
That part.
Um, she
Hey,
be
I'm right
saying,
behind
Mom,
you.
life be lifing. So when she first used to say that, I used to be like, what the fuck? What does life be life and what does that mean? So as she broke it down and explained it, yeah, life will definitely be life.
Hmm.
But how we living in that life in life is, that's what counts.
Yeah,
We
and
gotta
and
live it.
I'm I'm
Not
I'm gonna
exist it,
say
but live it.
I'm gonna say this. Just knowing your story tonight, and hearing how you've come through it, and what you're doing to maintain, what you've started and what you're trying to build, you know, is inspirational. Because I'm not done
Oh,
rebuilding, and I'm not done growing. I'm not done trying to figure it out. You know what I
exactly.
mean?
I agree.
But, you know, hearing and talking to you and getting a real understanding definitely helps me in my walk. So thank you.
You are definitely welcome. And you're more inspiration to me in my journey. Because this is only the beginning of us rebuilding,
Hmm.
no matter how long it takes. And it's like, I look forward to it, and I look forward to having moments like this to reflect, to calculate, and to build more. You
Right.
know, because for me, I just gave a tiny glimpse of what my struggles have been, tiny glimpse. But I will say again, piggybacking on that hole in the wall, I love it. All the men smell so good. They so respectful. They hold doors. They give you tissue if you crying. That part, I look forward to that. Definitely do. Because honestly speaking, COVID didn't just almost take my life in September. Prior to September, I thought it took my whole sex drive, truthfully speaking. Like just being in all honest, because the things that I experienced behind COVID and what I was diagnosed with long term COVID, where my primary care doctor is, he stated, I am not the only one that is experiencing this, but for that location, who treats over thousands of patients, I am the only one with the combination of all of those things. So,
Mm.
like, they offered to pay me to do studies and all of that because what I was experiencing. I'm not thinking about no money. I'm like, man, I'm trying to live. Like, what is going on? Is that about a dollar? A dollar not gonna fix me.
Right.
Well, I like money. However, it wasn't gonna make me feel better. It wasn't gonna make me be better. And I'm grateful to my niece. She has been a very prominent part of my survival. Literally, my survival. Not just my struggle, me wanting to fight this, me wanting to overcome it, triumph. So when we were like thinking of the name of you all featuring me, triumph was one of my words. So it's like with me affecting you in a positive way makes this, which honestly speaking, gave me a lot of anxiety to get ready to do. And then you see how it wouldn't let me back in. So I'm like, oh, the devil is trying real hard. I'm stomping your head, devil. I'm stomping your head. It's
Oh, we
all worth
wasn't
it.
giving up on you though. We wasn't gonna let that ride.
You all didn't. And I'm so grateful to it. I'm so grateful to it. Like really. So you
Yeah.
thanking me, I thank you all. I thank you both.
Reese, has she has no idea how much she's helped me. Because I don't think I ever told her.
You didn't.
You know, from the very, very, very beginning of us, you know,
Connecting.
connecting, period. From the very first moment that we connected, you know, she helped me with an issue that I was having that she never even knew I had, that she didn't know she helped me with. Because, for me, and having certain experiences growing up, in the city, and being an adult and seeing it through other friends and family and all those other things, I just never thought that men and women could be truly friends. It
Without
just
intimacy.
that part. I just never
Mhm.
think and it didn't click to me that it could happen. I didn't trust it. I had been burned by it before, and you wasn't gonna get me. You wasn't gonna, fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Fool me can't get fooled again. That's where I was at. You know what I mean? So being in the relationship that I'm in now, you know, understanding, like, different people had different lives and they lived their lives differently. And then it
Right.
being on the West Coast, it's completely different from anything that I currently knew because I ain't, never lived here, never, nothing like that. And for her to have a male friend that was like really close, like just a real genuine friend, somebody that she grew up with as a child and still was friends with as an adult, seemed like complete horseshit to me. And I wasn't trusting it. You couldn't tell me. I was fighting against it. You're lying. I don't want to hear it, whatever. That's where my mind was.
Right.
And then here comes goddamn Reese.
That part.
Here come Reese. Because guess what? It wasn't just enough that I was going to be a mentor in the travel business. Nah. She wasn't, nope. Because like I said, I guess, her being a reader of people and, being able to, figure out who's good and who's bad or whatever, we slowly started, transitioning into, business partners. And then, first started off as a mentorship. Now we're real business partners and we really talking about making money. And then it's all, well, God damn it, I think that's my damn friend now.
Nah, that's your sister.
Now
And he
that's
said
what we
that.
are now.
And he
You my
said
nephew. You my nephew. Nephew. Hey nephew.
that.
Let's get it.
I be on all y'all stuff, like literally.
you know,
And she too modest for me. For me.
but and I gotta tell her because
Sometimes it's okay to toot it. Just toot your own just a little bit. She's not that type of person.
she ain't that person because
Not at all.
and I'm gonna tell you how much further it went. Not only did she break the stereotype for that, I wasn't even the one that pointed it out that she broke it. My
Your
other
wife.
half was like, so Reese your friend, right? And I know she don't want nothing from you. And I
For
know she
sure
ain't trying to
that.
do nothing with you. So she helped me understand that you know what you got a female friend, like you got a real you got a homie right there,
That's what's up.
Wow.
and that broke that wall down for us. That helped us get closer. So now
Hmm.
the guy that I was on edge about,
You
now
you
me and him
respect him a
kicking.
little more. You understand.
Nah, man, this dude, we cool as hell. He come to the house, I cook, he eating the food, singing the praises of the food to other people. We're about to go
Period.
to a goddamn Lakers game without her.
That's what's up.
Like, you understanding what I'm saying? Like,
That's unconditional shit. That's
Yeah.
that part.
unmatched shit. That's priceless shit.
But
Yeah.
That's the
she,
shit we have to honor.
because all of
Yeah.
my other female friends, to be quite honest with you, were dom lesbians. I needed a wingman.
Why you laughing? I'll tell you the bathroom on this note.
I'm dead ass.
He caught me off guard with that, but it's okay.
We in the club searching for the same thing. But
Oh.
that's how it was. But the part
Tag
that
That's
queen
the
back
reason
again.
I'm
Oh,
single.
but
Oh.
the part that sealed it and the part that made it, you know what? That's my sister. I don't give a damn what nobody say at this point.
period.
I was sick and I had to go in the hospital. And I was in the hospital for so long. I mean, it was over, it was like going on 45 days.
Mhm.
And my birthday came. And I was in the hospital for my birthday. Two people showed up. My son and Reese.
What she's not finna do is make me cry.
And
What
she
she
bought
not
me a goddamn cake that said happy birthday with
But
some
guess what?
balloons.
You cried during that time he was there.
She bought me balloons with
We
a cake.
prayed and we cried together. Yeah,
And
I
she bought
know.
me a gift bag with snacks and soup and all types of other shit in it.
That part.
Brother kept saying
Exactly.
they keep feeding me this cardboard. I was like,
Man,
brother,
look,
let me bring some
I
food
was
up
about to
there.
walk down Michigan Avenue with my ass out with the hospital gown on to go to the carryout, dead ass. I wasn't playing. with a with a with an IV pole and a heart monitor on.
I ain't messing with you.
But
Yeah.
she showed up. You hear what I'm saying? And out of the two, like God knows how many people I know in DC, but she showed up. I didn't ask her.
My first time meeting you in person.
Yep, it
First time.
definitely was.
I was like, brother, forget this. I'm coming up. What you need?
And she was there. And she didn't just leave. She stayed. We talked. She didn't just show up and like, all right, I came to drop off some stuff and rode out. Nah. She stayed for a minute. And that sealed the deal for me. She will forever be my sister. Like, I don't give a damn what nobody say.
Lord.
Period. That's
And
all.
and she got the last name, so we might be related any goddamn way.
Oh, yeah,
Nine
our
times
last
out of
name is
10.
Johnson.
Yeah, yeah, we guess what? Reggie, we done talked about that and everything.
She
So,
did say that. She was like, his last name Johnson too. He might be related.
Literally, we have. Literally, we have.
so she has no idea the effect that she has on people. Like, she doesn't understand when she takes these trips and she say, well, I'm always talking about international travel, how much she helps people. She don't get it. To
She
see
don't
her,
because it's just she's so modest and so content with her natural nature. Her natural nature is so nurturing and caring and sharing. Caring and sharing. That's what I used to teach them when they was young. Caring and sharing. She have grasped that full throttle. Like she never toots her own horn. I'd be like, niece, let me toot it. And she'd be like, Auntie, why? What do you mean,
yeah,
why?
yes,
What do
that
you
that be
mean,
her on some
why?
real shit.
You so modest, like it's I
Like
don't
the
know.
last time she was in Jamaica, watch when I go, I'ma find that goddamn picture, man. I'ma find me one of them goddamn dresses with the long ass trail and blow some wind on my fat ass too. Watch.
I can't stand you. I cannot stand you, brother. Oh my goodness.
Reggie, you keep catching me off guard. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Oh man,
Like, but it,
somebody else. I seen because Facebook like is a troublemaker. They suggest people. And they suggested someone else in that dress, but a different color, same location. And it was fucking awful. Oh, I cursed again. I apologize. It
hey,
was
look,
awful.
it's all right.
And when I say niece, let me show you this. Look at this person's face. This, that, and the third. It was somebody in y'all business. I ain't
I
gonna
see
say
it
who
every day.
it
I see it every day. Don't worry about it. I see it every day. But you know
was.
what? Is her little videos that she do, all of those things. I could be having a bad day. I opened up goddamn social media and I instantly got it. Look at this shit. I gotta show somebody. I can't be the only
Okay.
one to see this. Like, and I love the fact that she lives out loud.
She do. She
She lives out
definitely
loud.
do. And she's been through so freaking much. So I'm like always checking on her, just wanting her to be okay, whatever that may looks like for her. Not
Right.
for me, not for you, not for nobody else. Whatever God sees fit is okay for her. I just want to make sure she in that state because she's so resilient with the different trials and tribulations that she go through, you
Yeah.
know. And of course, like we get tired, we may get weak, and it feel like we can't go on. No matter how low she may feel or low she may even experience, she still go on. And that's why I personally felt she keep calling it a hole in the wall because back in the day, you from here.
Yeah.
So the amount of space is what, we consider it to be to a hole in the wall. But I was determined to do it, not just for myself, but for her. because any peace and joy that can be bestowed upon her as her aunt, as one who had a real good hand in on raising her, yeah, I'm gonna make sure she get her peace and her joy and stomping whoever head that's trying to stop her from getting.
Yeah, and I keep telling her she need to go ahead and make her way on out here to Compton. Stop playing.
I'm
She could
coming,
visit.
bro.
I will make sure she definitely visit nephew, but she can't stay. I'm just saying. She trying to leave me, but look, God intervened. She was on her way out that MFing door. I'm gonna keep trying not to curse. Y'all know I've been drinking, but
I
she
was
was
about
on
to go
her
get me
way
another one
gone.
too.
She was leaving me, nephew, literally, and God messed that car up, and she ain't go no damn well. Postpone, reschedule, not gonna happen. Whatever it may be, it didn't happen. So she can visit you. I'll make sure she visits you. But if you say for her to come on down there and live, I'm gonna have to block you, and we ain't even friends. I'm just saying.
Oh my goodness.
I look. I just want her to come out here and experience life on the other side the way we do it.
I'm coming.
Where y'all at though? You in Compton,
We
West
in
Side? Where
Compton,
y'all at?
California, on the
We ain't
west
Compton.
Y'all ain't come. Nah, bruh. I can't come with her. She can't go.
It ain't what you think. It ain't what you think. The movies make it sound so bad, so bad. And
It do.
I be in these. Look. I'm a DC dude, and as you can see, what my favorite color is, right?
Okay.
I be in these Compton streets when we go out. Like I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't tone it down. I don't do none of that
So your favorite color is red? Lord
all
Jesus.
day.
Keep them covered, Father.
All day. That's
You be crip walking and shit?
and she trying to get me to learn.
that's blue.
She trying to
Look
get
what
me to
he
learn.
asked. He can
He
wear
a
red all
blood
day. He said
dude.
that's his favorite color. He didn't say what style he choose.
So at the end of the day, you know, this one over here, tells them it's gonna be some crip walking at the wedding, right? Like
Period. You
look,
see what I'm
everybody in
saying,
her
B?
family, like what it is.
Don't
We
be
gonna be walking in that. I'm like,
drop it like it's
y'all,
hot. Drop it like it's hot.
yo, like they dead ass serious. Like, but you know what? That's one of them things. Like, you are one of the few people in the world that I would introduce to her family. Like, it's a cool
Oh my
situation.
God.
You know what I mean? It's a cool situation. They embraced me from day one. They
Mhm.
never, they didn't side eye me, didn't, push me off to the side. They ain't do none of that. They welcomed me in, and I've been in ever since.
I'm trying to come this year. What we doing? What the prices looking like?
I'm
Y'all
saying
gonna
though,
have to let me
we
stay
try
at
and hit
the
that
house.
Jill Scott Jones in June. So what you doing?
I'm there.
We try and hit the Jill Scott joint in June at the Hollywood Bowl. That thing outside. We're gonna party. Like,
And I love Jill Scott.
hey, so but we try and hit it big. Like, we gonna do that. And then, we'll just be returning from over there. Because we'll be there for Mother's Day.
Get the gas from ready, bro. I think we lost Auntie. I think she
Now
froze.
it froze up, so hopefully she can get back in. So look, I'm over here saying I want you to hear it. Babe, is Reese welcome? She
If
said,
I,
bring your ass.
I about to say, if I only got to worry about a flight, count me in.
She said, bring your ass.
Set the gas room up for me. I'm in. I will book the flight.
She said, you ain't even got to fly to LAX. Flying to Long Beach is closer.
Let's get over there. I'm in
Like,
it.
but nah, man, like look, like I said, we ain't balling out the world, but we do have enough to share. The doors is open for you. Your family to us. You know what I mean? So,
And y'all know I love y'all to death.
you know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? She said we over here living a real regular ass West Coast life.
But that may be like extravagant for me because I only know about East Coast. I don't. The only thing I know about West Coast is what I be seeing on the TV and the movies and the
And
reality.
life ain't like that for real out here. Like
Hmm.
that's the thing. Like being able to experience different cultures, like travel will open your mind. It will broaden your horizon. It will do all of those things.
Hmm.
And
Agree.
you got a million people over there. Sometimes, yeah, I'm trying to go to the Nipsey mural. Boy, if you knew where it was, you would want to stay the hell away. Like, let's like don't get caught slipping because you want to take a picture. Because nobody from here is taking a picture in front of that wall, so they already know who you are when you go do it.
Oh wow!
So let's be real.
I just wanted to go see the house where Friday was filmed. I'm good with
Hey
that.
yo, I took pictures in front of that. Yo, that joint funny as a
That's
mother.
all I want to do is go to the house where
And
Friday
the
was,
store where Ezel fell at is right down the street.
and
Start over. What are you all talking about?
reenact that. I want to go to that store and
Which
reenact
is
that.
what'd you say, babe? Like 10, 15 minutes away? It's like 10 minutes away from us.
Yeah, I just want to go to the store and reenact him falling. Oh my neck and my back. Give me 150,000.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all
see,
I want.
we passed the store on the way to the gym this
I
morning.
want to get into some West Coast shenanigans, but
See,
I don't have to take a picture in front of his mural. I'm okay with that.
I got a spot. We gonna take you
But
to
I
Oh My
do want
Burger.
to get into some Friday shenanigans. And, ow, my neck and my
Oh,
back.
for sure, for sure. Miss Parker House right across. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's like
yeah.
5 TikToks in one right there that I'm fitting to make.
You know what?
I
But
might
nah, like it's
just,
it, you know what?
and I'm gonna
When I
add
come back,
some ducks.
when I come back, I definitely want to hang out with you because I'm not gonna be in DC long.
Mhm.
Now, I'm gonna touch my feet, stay a night or two, and I'm out. But because most of the stuff that I'm doing is in Virginia. Like we're going to the concert for Mother's Day, but that's at the Norfolk Arena. So
When is the Jill Scott concert? Because the only thing I have going for June, excuse me, is Punta Cana, June 8th through the 12th.
you'll be back. I think it, babe. Can you look up the Jill Scott concert here? Can you look up the date for the Jill Scott concert here? I can't remember it. She said, "Give her a second." But nah, you'll be back though. I know for sure you'll be back. But definitely because that's the height of the summertime. We can swing you by the beach. Going to the beach here versus the beach at home,
Which
completely
which
different.
beach though? Because I did go to the beach when I went to
The concert on June 22nd.
oh, then that's perfect because I'll be back. Okay.
Yeah. But nah, like shit, pick one. There's about 1,000 beaches out here.
Where's Long Beach?
Man, look,
That's all I know.
he said that the only beach she know is Long Beach. That's down the street, but that's not even like put it this way. I'm gonna take you to where we took our pictures. Like after the engagement, we went to the beach, and which was in February, crazy as shit, right? We had the beach in February, like, but it was beautiful. So what's that Laguna? We're gonna take you to Treasure Beach in Laguna Niguel. So
Okay.
that beach is amazing.
I want to go to the BET Awards.
I don't go to the EBT Awards. It's scary.
That's the EBT awards.
That look, I've been calling it that for I don't know how long, man. Because they act like food stamps in that joint, man. Like just,
You disrespectful. You are so disrespectful.
they act like straight food stamps in that joint, man. Like they be wilding.
Oh my goodness.
Nah, but like Crypto Arena, like all of those places down there, like all of that stuff that you see on TV, it's not far. Like it is. Like we was driving down, like on the way to when we went to go see the New Jack City play. We was driving down the street, and she was like, "Down that street right there is where they filmed the ending scene to Training Day." No, not was it Training Day or Set It Off? Where Cleo got shot up in the car.
See, I'm a shenanicator. I want to go on scenes like that where I could be like in the car and humping. How she was jumping up and then was like,
Yep, go hard like that.
yeah. I
Mhm.
like to reenact stuff like that. I always wanted to be an inspiring actress.
Like
So I want to like
where
reenact those
with
scenes.
that part in Training Day where Denzel was like, "King Kong ain't got nothing on me."
And I
Oh,
want to reenact that.
That's the jungles. Like you don't go in there unless you know somebody. Like don't go in
that part.
Ain't got
there. Dead
nothing.
ass. Like that's still to this day. Don't go in there unless you know somebody.
Oh, okay, then I won't
But
do
the
that. I
cool
do
part
it
is
outside
Don't
the
go
we
neighborhood.
know
in.
somebody.
I do it outside the neighborhood.
The cool part is we know somebody that live in it. So
All right, so I'll go to his house with y'all and say, King Kong ain't got nothing on me. The
hey
original.
yo, it's crazy. See, like she said, you don't go nowhere acting the damn fool and you'll be fine. Cause they are real good judge of characters. They know
I
when
don't
they
act
know you ain't from here.
I don't act the fool disrespectfully or violently, but I do act the fool shenanicatingly.
No, that's fine. Just don't
Definitely.
go nowhere trying to
She
be
get the
something
part
you're not.
started.
Don't go nowhere being something that you're not. Over here, that'll get you walked
No,
on.
I don't do all that.
Get
I
you got.
have innocent,
That'll
good
get you walked on.
laughter,
Like don't do that.
good laughter, innocent fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like that's accepted everywhere around here because it's you know like we be having Michael Jackson impersonators. Like yo, it's a dude. Like I be
My
trying to catch him
ultimate
on video.
dream, I just want to do a flash mob scene. Like I literally want people to just walk past, like everything is regular, and then jump up and be like, one, section, and every little step she get, but that's all I want. That's all I want. And I'm good. In a big public area. They
Hey
always do
yo,
it like at Penn Station. Or one of the bigger union stations. That's all
hey
I
yo, that's hilarious. But out here, the flash mobs then turned into protests. So I don't know if that's gonna happen.
want.
Spoiled, man. Like, yeah. See, our dog is spoiled beyond belief, man. And
So
she's the reason. So
off the hook.
but
Now,
nah, like this is like having a conversation about being out here, and like I said, that's local travel. It's nothing out of the country. You don't need a passport for it. You know, being able to say, going to a concert out here. You know what I mean? It's doable. Like it's a lot of concerts out here. Like believe it or not, there's about 10 to 15 different concerts daily out
and
here.
I love Jill Scott, period. So I would love to be there for her concert, period. I really
Like
love
it's crazy how much stuff. Like I'm gonna tell you this, and I had to get used to it. These people out here will call each other up and have a gathering or so a home party, so to speak, on a Tuesday,
That
and they
part.
don't leave until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning,
that's my
That's
time.
drunk
what's
as hell.
That's my
And
time
then
for hype, baby.
and then somebody says on the way out the door, "Let's run it back tomorrow." And everybody says yes, and they show up again on
That's how
Wednesday.
we used to
That's
party.
what's up.
That's how we used to party
Like, who
back in
the
the day.
hell? I got stuff to do. Like, they when I say it,
We say
when
you
somebody
only live once.
when they ring the phone and they say show up, they don't give a damn what day it is out here at all. Don't care.
I'm with it. That's my type of party. That's my type of
Yep.
thing.
Like, I'm sitting in that joint like, ain't this a Tuesday? Like, what the? Like, don't
We
we got stuff
turn
to?
up on a Tuesday.
Did not care. Did not care.
Let me put my PTO in.
Let me put my VTO in. Ah,
Ah. All right,
see,
so we coming up on an hour and 31 minutes. We did have quite a few people stepping in. I did miss Shauna's sis comment. She said, I'm saying thank you because you got him to see something I couldn't explain. He didn't understand friendships between men and women, and now he gets it. And he owns that, sis. So I'm glad you finally got it, brother, because that's going to be a whole nother segment. You men and some of them Gemini narcissistic ways, and have y'all not even Gemini? Gemini's are bipolar. But some of them double standard ways, baby, we're going to talk about that on another
but
travel.
nah. But
Yeah,
my whole thing was,
and please feature Nikia's Corner on that segment.
Definitely.
Invite me back to yours platform.
Definitely.
but it
Definitely.
wasn't even that I was, trying to be two faced on the situation. I wasn't cool with no just random. Like I said, all the females I was cool with was when rubber packers under their jeans on the way in the club. Like,
Sometimes that's not always the case,
no,
brother. Like,
I'm
you
when
are
I tell you what I
genuinely
know,
my
I'm
brother.
telling you about the ones that I had
He's
experience
saying for
with.
his
I'm just
experience.
saying, you are genuinely my brother. She is genuinely my sis. Even before the officiate, and she's already my sis. And we have built a bond, a sibling bond. I don't walk around with any peckers under my dresses. You see my nails, they pink. Even if I were to ever think about using one, I don't walk around with one. I like hair, I like nails, I do like makeup and lip gloss, but I have no interest in you whatsoever. You're my brother. So sometimes you can have a great bond, brother.
I just it just didn't exist to me. I
Opposite
wasn't gonna believe it.
sexes.
You couldn't sell me on it.
I'm telling you, sometimes you can have a great bond with opposite sexes
I
without,
realize it now, and I understand it to be true.
and it is true.
I, I you couldn't have sold me on it
Nails and
before though.
all. I don't want you, brother. You my brother. That's my sister. I love my siblings. I'm going to be a maid of a bridesmaid, not a maid of honor, a bridesmaid. Now, messing with other people of the wedding party is something different.
You know what? You see
But I
this?
will not mess with the bride and the groom.
Oh
But I
God!
might mess with the bridal party and the groom's party. I'm just saying.
You know what? Oh God! This is gonna be hilarious. I can't wait. And like I said, we still haven't made our decision yet. It's still in the air a little bit, whether it be the cruise ship Vegas or here in
Either
in
way,
the
I
LA
better
area.
use the invitation so that I can be booked in front and center.
Oh no, we're gonna give people, a little better than 6 months. So,
And long sis, and I'm pretty sure she already understands and knows. Long she know, I'm not going to be in the audience. I want to be by her side, even if I'm the third or fourth person behind her, by her side. I'm gonna be by her side. If I gotta put on a tux with some heels and some
you know what?
nails, I will be by your side.
If you on my side, we wearing J's.
I'm with it. With
We
some, as long
wearing the
as I can
11s.
do my lashes and my nails with my J's, I'm with it.
We wearing 11s on my side.
I can do some J's with my nails and my leggings. It does not matter. I'm still going to the bachelorette party.
Hey, you know what? That's a scary thought. 'Cause,
Mind your business.
hey,
Mind your
I'm
business.
minding all mine. I'm minding
Mm,
all mine. I swear to God, I ain't interfering in that at all. But you know what?
business.
She
Mhm.
she said those things gotta happen the week before.
I'm
She
with it.
ain't she said she ain't down for the same week or the day before type shit. She ain't with that.
I'm with it. I will take off. I will
Cause
put
she
it.
said if I come in there stumbling in some type of way, she gonna beat my
Then you better not, bro.
so yeah, we gotta do that the week before. But yeah, her situation, I'm scared. Not that that I care what's gonna happen. It's just the fact that I think I know what's gonna happen. It is one of those like Lord Jesus, like yeah. But hey, I ain't worried about nothing. Oh, but that's kind of why I want to do it in Vegas.
I'm there, especially if we're gonna be in Vegas. I'm there.
Kind of
I'm
want to
with
do it in
the
Vegas.
colorful wig themes and everything.
That's see, the turn up is real. Like, but like I said, a cruise ship is nice too.
I'm with it. It don't matter. It's travel. You know, I'm up for all things travel at this point.
Say the I do's and flow out to Mexico.
Mhm. So we had a hour and 36 minutes. I'm gonna let you guys close it out with your last ending remarks for this session. Your
Okay.
close out statements. My
Well,
only thing is live life to the fullest. You only get once. It's not a practice run.
hey,
Do it right this time.
hey,
Do it the best way you do it. Just do it. Just do it this time. That's my own rule. That's me.
hey.
Live and learn and love as you go.
For me, you know, I just want to tell people, take that break. You know, hit the reset button. Don't look at it as a failure. Don't you know what I mean? Because you can't grow if you never have anything to grow from. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
failure helps growth. Like you know what I mean? So and what they teach us, fall forward. Ain't that what it is? Like if
You
you
talking
gonna
about
fall,
this?
So
You
fall
talking
spring
about
forward.
the time
forward.
change,
You
brother?
spring forward.
Spring forward, fall back.
Whatever.
That
You
part.
know,
It-
as a football coach, I tell my running backs to fall forward. God damn it, don't fall backwards.
okay, okay,
Spring
okay.
forward, fall back.
So that's always been my motto: fall forward. God damn it, if you gonna fall, go forward. Shit. But nah, it's it's just a thing. Don't look at it as a failure. You know what I mean? Don't do that. Allow yourself to be open that anything is possible. You know what I mean? And anything can happen. If you think everything is always going to be one way or the other, you're setting yourself up for failure pretty much.
Hmm.
So, be open, be honest. And like I said, that you do, live out loud. Don't hide. Be you.
And brother, you guys tell us when you and sis coming into town in May so we can do a game night for y'all.
Strictly for you all.
Strictly for you all.
Hey, I'm with
Game
it.
night be lit.
I'm with it. And she always tells me we don't stay in DC long enough because she don't get to experience as much as she wants to.
Yeah, we gonna give her a full blown game night, DC, when y'all get here.
Not just DC, Southeast side.
Southeast style.
Hey, I'm with that. Hey, yeah, I ain't
Brother
scared.
Uptown, he frowned his face.
Hey, what man? Look, I used to live on Galveston. Like, let's not play.
And I stayed on Fergus for like
So
7 years.
so I ain't against it. I went to Baloo. Like, come on now. Like this.
Oh, I didn't know, brother.
Oh, he went to Blue. He straight southeast.
I
He
went
from
to
the clutch.
Suitland. I
He
went to
from the clutch of
Suitland,
pearl
but
side.
I went to
Yes,
Suitland, but I got some full 51, 51st Street in my
you know,
soul, in my
I
That
was
blood.
part.
born and raised uptown. You know what I mean? I was born and raised uptown, Leroy Park forever. You know what I mean? I would never let that go. But yeah, I had to. Yeah, I was over there. Like,
I'm about to say full 51, 51st Street was in my
hey,
blood.
He
Can't
said
even
all day, baby.
that part. Am. So, Auntie Kia of Nikia's Corner, officially Nikia's Corner. You got some closing remarks for the people out there?
My closing remarks will be: keep God first. Never
Mm-hmm.
give up. It's the calm before the storm. But
Mm-hmm.
once you go through that storm, you are officially rebuilt and relieved
Mm.
from all your past endeavors. Embrace it.
Restoration. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Love
I
it.
like that.
I love it. So with that being said, catch us next week. We might do a random pop up or we might do our regular schedule show, but catch us as we keep it real, kicking
Now,
it with travel misfits. And the
now, I
importance of
think
how
these are.
travel ties into everything in life.
I think
Definitely.
these will be a little more frequent than people realize because I'm ready. Like, I'm ready. Like, people need to. Some people need to be woke the hell up. I think these sometimes some of these topics gonna shake the hell out of people. You know what I mean? Like, we can do the PG version and then the after dark version. So putting those two together,
Somebody gonna wake. Somebody gonna.
somebody
Yeah,
gonna wake
it's
up.
gonna be relatable.
Yep.
They're gonna be, even if they don't comment or come onto yours platform with questions, they're gonna be laying down in the dark like, damn, I thought it was only me.
Mm-hmm.
This the real world, baby.
And that's facts. You
So
guys.
I thank you all. I thank you all. I thank you all for having me. I look forward to being a part of yours platform yet again.
Yes, indeed.
And
Thank
I
you
look forward
for
to
opening up
you
and
all
being on the show with
being a
us.
part of mine.
Yes, indeed. We love it. We love it. So, with that being said, God bless. We love you all. If
Good
you didn't
night.
catch this live, you can catch this on a replay on Facebook Live or our YouTube, The Travel Misfits. We love y'all.
Deuces.
Deuces. I gotta figure out how to stop the live. Oh, hold on. Okay.